thing about this is the old machines, once you ran out of toner, it just shut down. This has a reservoir and it holds toner so your job will finish, and then you can come and get me. Because it's just a very simple, these are biodegradable, they go right in the trash. So
But she does
that
that.
is gonna be wonderful. But the reason that I'm gonna have to be doing that is they're not gonna be supplying, see all this that they haven't picked up yet, and they just would ship it. They would ship it every month and I never had to worry. That's going away. I have to track, and they will only send 3 at a time. So I'm gonna have to really stay on top of, so if a message should come up that toner's getting low, just please let me know, cause I'm gonna have to track it. Okay. The inside of this machine looks a lot different. I mean, for those of you who know how complicated it was, this looks a lot different. There's gonna be a lot less places where things can
Oh,
jam.
it pulls out.
Yes.
Is
Isn't
that
that
not
nice?
cool or what?
Yeah.
It gets even
But
better.
the hand-
Wait till you see the next part.
It's even better. So you can see,
Oh,
there's,
wow.
you know, it's gonna give you the message and tell you.
It'll tell you on
need
the
to
screen
look
which area to look at.
wherever, and so they've kind of made it pretty simple. But obviously, if you can't find it, again, come and get me, because, some of this stuff is a little more fragile, but you shouldn't be having jams in this. We haven't had any. We haven't had one. Okay, so then this,
Just jinxed it when you said
this-
that.
this has to be in the locked position. The other tray, right here, tray 3, that you may get a message. It's really unbelievable. This thing lifts up if you should have a message that there's the only place it can jam. There's just,
Wow, that's just cool.
yeah, it is.
So,
It's,
it makes so excited I come
it's
to
so
see.
awesome. One of the things we do need to talk about, though, if you get any orders that have card stock, I don't know if you do, if you have in the past, no?
Not
I
really.
hope
Well, I
not.
think we had told them you cannot.
Well, right, the
Yeah.
machine wouldn't
Send
handle
it
it.
to
Well,
the-
now they know that it can.
So
And so you might be having some orders with card stock. So this is the only place, this right here is where the card stock goes. And then you can do it just like normal.
Is there like a trade file you choose?
Yes,
there? Okay.
yes. And it's gonna walk you through it. Up here is where all your messages will always be, and it's just gonna kind of walk you through everything for any of the paper or anything like that. Same thing with staples. If you get a message that the staples have run out, I'm gonna handle that also, because these are a little bit scarier. These look a little different than they did last year, and they're very expensive. And so I'm gonna handle the staples. So if you run out, just come and get me. As you can see here, you know, everything is, if you have any jams,
Where's the
it-
hole
punch.
right here, hole punch.
Is it the one on the right?
Right. Nope, that's the staples, that's another thing. Hang on a second. Oh, right here, R4.
Okay, that's the one we've done too.
Yeah, that
It's
was
nice and deep, and you can just
And as we
dump
move
it.
into winter time and we start having the static electricity, what I found last year was I went out and asked Maria if she had some hand lotion, and I just rubbed it in on my hands, and then I ran, not heavy,
Uh-huh.
just enough to break
That's a good
that
idea.
static inside it. I mean, I didn't coat it,
Yeah.
it was just
Enough.
There was just enough residue on my hands to coat that, and I never had any more problems with hole punch that day.
Yeah, the weird thing about the staples this year, there are a few staples in
Yeah.
there. Okay, since this machine can run such big packets, and it can staple up to 600, but it can also staple 2. So if it's stapling 2, the little
The rest of the
remnants
state.
are going in here. This whole thing goes in the trash. This is gonna take some getting used to. So, if you get a message, just, again,
Call Michele.
please come and get me. I mean, until we kinda get this down, until we kinda figure out how, and make sure, cause this also is like 200 and something dollars. Yeah, these are very expensive machines, and we are very thankful for them, but they are not, even, you can even tell from the plastic when you use,
It's thicker.
it's not as heavy duty